it's not just about money, it's about control over you. Well, it might sound dramatic, but think about it for a second. How much time do you spend on social media? For me, it used to be every free moment. Instagram was always open. During breakfast, in line at the store, before bed. Then, one day I realized something. My time, my energy, and even my mood were being controlled by endless scrolling. So I did something radical. I started spending less time online. Instead of watching other people's lives, I focused on my own. And you know what? I'm happier. I have more time for things that truly fulfill me. But more importantly, I feel like I'm in control again. Not the social media. So this is the real question for you. Who controls your time? You or your phone? Your mind is being hacked right now. As you are watching this, algorithms are shaping your thoughts, influencing your choices, and rewriting how you see the world. But here's the catch. You probably haven't even noticed. Social media platforms don't just connect us, they control us. And the most alarming part? This control is so subtle, so deeply embedded in our daily lives that we think it's normal, but it is not. Have you ever wondered why you can't seem to put your phone down? Why the moment you open an app like Instagram or TikTok, hours seem to vanish without a trace? Or why you feel drawn to keep checking your notifications, even when you know there's nothing urgent? This isn't just a coincidence or a lack of willpower. It's the result of a design, a system crafted to exploit your brain. Let's start by peeling back the curtain of the psychology behind social media design. Every app on your phone is built with one goal: to keep you engaged. And how do they achieve it? Through a combination of psychological tricks that target your brain's reward system. Well, let's take notifications for example. Why are lots of notifications red? Because red is a color that triggers urgency and grabs attention. It's not random, it's a calculated move to make you click. And then there's the dopamine loop. Every time you get a like, a comment or a share, your brain releases a small burst of dopamine. It feels good, doesn't it? But here's the problem. Just like with gambling or sugary snacks, this dopamine hit is addictive. It creates a cycle where you crave more likes, more interactions, more validation. The platform keeps you coming back and the cycle repeats. But the manipulation doesn't stop here. Think about infinite scrolling. When was the last time you reached the end of your feed? Probably never, because it's designed to feel endless. This specific feature is inspired by the same principles that make slot machines so addictive. Keeps you scrolling for hours without realizing how much time has passed. You aren't just using these apps, they are using you. Now, let's talk who's behind the system. Social media companies aren't charities. They don't create these platforms out of the goodness of their hearts. Their business model is simple. The more time you spend on their platform, the more data they collect, and the more ads they can sell. And trust me, your data is worth a fortune. Every click, every like, every scroll paints a picture of who you are, your interests, your fears, your habits. This data is then sold to advertisers who use it to target you with precision. But it doesn't end with ads. Social media doesn't just predict your behavior, it shapes it. Algorithms are designed to show you content that keeps you engaged, even if it means feeding you misinformation, sensational stories, or polarizing opinions. Have you ever noticed how your feed seems to echo your beliefs, reinforcing your opinions and dismissing others? Just think about it. You are watching this video. Haven't you seen any other video that was kinda similar like this before? This isn't a coincidence. It's the algorithm at work, creating an echo chamber where your reality is carefully curated to keep you hooked. Let's take a real-world example. The Cambridge Analytica scandal during the 2016 US elections. Personal data from millions of Facebook users was harvested without their consent. This data was used to target voters with political ads tailored to their personalities, fears and biases. The result? Entire populations were influenced, not just in the US, but worldwide. This wasn't just a breach of privacy, it was a manipulation of democracy itself. And the scariest part? This isn't just one example. Similar tactics are used every day in ways we can't even see. But it is not just politics. Social media impacts our mental health, relationships, and overall well-being. Studies show that heavy social media use is linked with increased anxiety, depression, and loneliness. Why? Because these platforms are built on comparison. When you scroll through your feed, you are not seeing reality, you are seeing the highlights of other people's lives. The perfect vacation, the flawless selfie, the dream job. It's easy to forget these are carefully curated moments, not the whole story. And yet we compare ourselves to these illusions, often feeling like we are not enough. So, what can we do about it? The first step is awareness. Once you understand how these platforms are designed to manipulate you, you can start to take back control. Here are some strategies that might help you regain your time and attention. First, you need to set boundaries. Use app timers or turn off notifications. Decide how much time you want to spend on social media each day and really stick with it. Next, you need to curate your feed. Unfollow accounts that don't add value to your life. Follow creators who inspire you, educate you, and make you laugh. Content that enriches your experience, not drains it. Next, you need to take breaks. Schedule regular digital detox days when you disconnect from social media entirely. Use this time to focus on real-life activities and relationships. Be intentional. Before you open an app, ask yourself, why are you doing it? Are you looking for information, connection, or just killing time? Being mindful of your intentions can help you use these platforms more purposefully. Engage offline. Prioritize face-to-face interactions over digital ones. Call a friend, spend time with family, or simply take a walk without your phone. These steps might seem small, but they can have a massive impact. Social media is a tool, and like any tool, it's up to us how we use it. We can let it control us, or we can take the control. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge. For one day this week, try a complete digital detox. Turn off your notifications, log out of your accounts, and spend the day fully present in the real world. Notice how it feels. Do you really miss the constant connection, or do you feel relieved? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And if this video resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Together we can start a conversation about the impact of social media and how we can use it more mindfully. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for some more content like this. Thank you for watching, and remember, you have the power to take back control of your time, your attention, and your life. Let's start today.